Hey, what's up, YouTube? We live. What's up? It's a D-O to the motherfucking double G. So for those of you that have been wanting to know shit, a thought came to mind. And I was talking to a friend of mine, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know, I'm off duty, so I don't give a fuck. I'm looking good, right? So I'm drinking. So this is going to be a funny video while I go home. And my Uber driver, whether he's shy or not, that's up on him. But he gave me this wonderful idea of a topic to talk about. And that is criminals versus security. Okay? In order to catch a criminal, you must think like one. Now I'm going to tell you, cops have told me straight up, they didn't get caught for the shit that they did. So with that being said, I gotta put on note that the ones that make the best security officers is the one that are on point. Okay, if I was gonna rob somebody, right? Say you own a store. You own a store and you got a security guard that's flirting with women and all that shit. You're getting robbed. I'ma rob your ass. But if I see that you're security, see, I'm gonna do my homework. You got pros and you got amateurs. The amateurs, they don't give a fuck. They're not gonna do their homework, okay? Pros do their homework. Now, when I say this shit, this is my opinion, as I always said. And because it's my opinion, I don't want anybody to sit there and come at me like any police department. Oh, well, you know, motherfucker, I ain't dumb, and I ain't retarded, and I ain't stupid. I know my rights, and anybody that knows their rights, they're golden. But here's the thing, okay? When doing a job, and I do have a special guest. Is that cool with you? You want to be my special guest?
Why not?
All right. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for my special guest, my driver.
Raheem. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
All right. We chilling. We got a long trip to go home. So with this topic, I'm going to say this. All right, you've seen my video for those of you that watched security versus cop, okay? I'm not going to get into that because that video is for that purpose. This video is security versus criminal. If I'm going to break the law, if I'm a professional, I'm going to scope out, just like anybody else, they're going to scope out the place that they're wanting to hit, okay? Now, my buddy here, I like to say he's my buddy, all right, because I can see a good future for him. He comes work with me, trust me, it's going to be set for him, okay? With that being said, hold up, it's shot time. All right, I say that because talking to him and listening to what he had to say about working security, you got to be on point.
Keep your head on the swivel.
Exactly. You know why I'm good at my job? Because I make people fucking nervous. I get paid to make you motherfuckers nervous. Okay? If you doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing, best believe I'm gonna be in your business because I get paid to be in your motherfucking business. And I had this one person sit there and ask, why do I choose? You have a choice. You chose to do security. You're damn right. I looked at him and I said, you chose to steal. So let me tell you something. Here's how I'm going to help you out because I'm not an asshole. The police officer's going to come. They're going to question me. I did my job. And I did not know that the police officer was standing there. Okay? I didn't know the cop was standing behind me when I caught this dude stealing. Mind you, I was off duty. and I was chilling with my friend at his work, and we caught somebody stealing. Now, the guy sat there and he's like, "You're in uniform, da-da-da." He's like, "I thought I could pull a wool." I said, "You can't pull a wool out of me because I'm good at what I do." Now, to catch a criminal, you gotta be a criminal. At least you gotta think like one. And that is my opinion. You have to think like a criminal, okay? In order to be a step ahead of the game, you gotta think, what would you do? You gotta say to yourself, what would you do if you're gonna hit the store, okay? If you see somebody paying attention, what you gonna do? Where's the cameras? Where's the cameras focused on? What's the what type of camera is there? Because there are type of cameras that have blind spots, you know what I'm saying? And if you study it, if you're a professional, you're gonna sit there and do your fucking homework, and you're gonna study when to hit and when not to. You're not gonna hit a place with somebody paying attention. And how my buddy was fucking screwed out of his job, bro. That's bullshit. They mistreated him. Okay? I hear a lot of fucked up rumors about my company that I work for. I have not experienced a goddamn thing. Except for good things. Now, there are certain people that I do not like working with, and I don't work with them. But on a level of security, what makes a good officer is knowing his position, knowing his weakness, knowing their boundaries. If you are one of those cocky motherfuckers that are built and I can take on the entire goddamn world, you will fail, because I will fuck you up in 10 million ways to one. If you know your weaknesses, if you know your skills and you can improve on that, that's what makes you a good officer. That's what makes you a good leader. A good leader represents by sitting there taking charge. Now, what is charge? What is taking in charge? Because I'm going to tell you, there's been many times that somebody sat there and didn't know shit from their head. So we would call them running with their head chopped off. I've heard from officers that certain people should not have their predicament because of what I do. No, if they paid attention, they'd fucking know what to do. Alright? Now, I'm not naming no names, but this is just my personal opinion. And again, I'm going to put videos out on my YouTube page. Hopefully you subscribe. But I'm going to stop this at 10 minutes, which we're at 8 minutes. And this traffic sucks donkey dick. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Let's interview my Uber driver for a second. Okay? Because he got trained by the same people I got fucking trained.
Yep.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, let me ask you, do you think, in your opinion, the training that we have received has benefited us?
Are you talking about the scenarios they had us do?
Yep.
I feel as the scenarios were good. It was just the scenarios were good, but the time spent on them wasn't. I mean, it did teach me how to be more calm in crisis situations, but then you have to understand they stopped it right after that situation arose to put in a lip or something, you know, to add something to it. The trainers did. So I think they should have had it more free-flowing and made us handle it instead of baby spoon-feeding us what to do. And some of the scenarios were really unrealistic, but, I mean...
Example, when you say unrealistic. Because I'll tell you, the one that really opened my eyes,
yeah,
they had me clear the building, right? Active shooter.
Yep,
Active shooter.
Active shooter, yeah.
You clear the building.
Mm-hmm.
I was executed. I was pissed off of how I was executed.
Right.
But in real life scenario, if that was a real life scenario, they'd be making a phone call to my children, to my wife, my ex-wife, not my ex-wife, my current fiance, and I'm gonna get shit for that shit, but I don't care.
See, that's the perfect thing. You know how you said, those bulky motherfuckers who think they can take on the world,
Right.
Stupid.
Yeah.
And you got to be the guy who knows his weaknesses, right?
Right.
So in the active shooter scenario, you had to understand that you are one man going against you don't know how many are out there, right? So what everyone did in that scenario is everyone went out and thought, I'm going to be a hero today and I'm going to shoot this guy. That's not true.
The true test, though, that was their test.
Exactly.
That was their test.
Yep.
Like, I did it again, right?
Yeah.
And they came aggressive with me. The only difference is they got shot the fuck up this time.
Right. Because they came into your trap instead of you walking there.
When they sat there and did that shit, I told everybody, go to the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my gun pointed. The moment I saw something out of the blue, pop, 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 motherfucker.
Yep.
You getting lit up like a Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. Okay?
Yep. That's the way you
but
do it.
the point of that lesson, the scenario,
Yeah.
the key, the secret was, let me ask you a question. Even though they told us to clear the building, okay? They told us to clear the building. You got an active shooter. What did your gut tell you?
Find the dude. I mean, run. My gut?
Yeah.
First thing
What
was
did your
run.
gut tell you?
Run. Try to find a space to hide too.
That's what their point was, my friend.
Yeah.
Their point was to sit there and let us trust our gut.
Yeah.
Okay? Ever since then, I have trusted my gut a lot more.
Yeah.
And I have, because of my gut, a lot of under my belt. And it's not just relationship-wise, that goes with everything. You gotta trust your gut. Not saying it's 100% right, but most of the time.
But that's your decision you have to live with. You can't
Right.
blame anybody for it.
Right. So, in your experience, what would you give it a rate out of all? 5 stars.
Out of 5 stars? 3.
The training.
3 to 4.
No, you gotta pick a number, not 3 to 4.
3.
Pick a number.
3.
3? That's your final answer.
Yep, just in the middle. 3.
I gotta respect this man. Now, what if I were to tell you, if you train with me, that I'll open your mind to everything?
That'd be something that would intrigue me.
I'm hopefully gonna work with this guy. Hopefully I'll see him tomorrow morning to an interview.
In 5 hours.
Yep.
It's at 9 a.m.
Well, actually, I gotta be there at 9, but it opens at 10.
Oh, okay.
So I want you there between 10, because I gotta leave at 3 to go do my other job.
Yeah.
But if you are there, I guarantee you, I'm gonna take your number, get you hired because of the fact that you know what you're doing. But I'm gonna ask you to work with me. I'm gonna ask you, and here's the thing, bro. I teach self-defense. Y'all know this shit, okay? I teach self-defense, and I also teach life support, CPR. I posted this shit on my fucking Facebook, okay? So I'm not a fucking joke when I know what I'm doing, okay? If you want opportunities, I'll open the door for you and give you the right tools. I will make you use your fucking head. In fact, you're gonna see me test this motherfucker right now. Okay? So you ready for this shit? YouTube, you ready? You ready? Alright, here we go. You ready, bro?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Alright. Active shooter. What's your instincts?
Alert everyone, there is active shooter. Find a safe distance from the shooter. Try to clear as many people out of the building as you can. If you cannot, find a room where you can stay there and just point your gun at the door. If somebody comes knocking at your door, I ain't opening it unless it's a cop. Even if a cop comes to my door and says I'm a cop, you need to slide your badge inside or say the code word that I called you and I told you.
And I gotta pause right there. I gotta cut him off. He's absolutely 100% right. Any cop, any police officer will sit there, just so you know, will throw their badge. Now, you don't want to ask for the badge alone. You want to ask for the license of the department. Okay? And it's a small card in the state of Illinois. Okay? So in order for them to be a cop, they gotta, not only do they have a badge, but they have to have a ID with the card number representing their deployment. Okay? So it's 2 identifications, just for the record. Okay? Every officer has it. Security, they got, you know, unless you're a bouncer out of a club that you get cash down, you know. But if you work for a company, they're going to give you a badge. They're going to give you a badge, and they're going to give you an ID. That's the company's number. So he's 100% right. That's how he does. When is it to when do you search?
When do I search for a shooter?
Yep.
I'm not searching for a shooter.
Yeah, but if you have a team, when do you search? If you have a team. If it's you and me, okay, our ratio is 2 to 1.
That's a good ratio.
Always, I don't give a fuck what you do. 2 to 1. If it's just me, nigga, I'm taking as many hostages as I can, put them in a room, telling them to shut the fuck up, stay to the ground, and I'm gonna have my gun pointed to the door, waiting for the motherfuckers to come. If they a cop, I'm gonna ask them for the right identification. Okay? That is proper. If I have a partner, say he's my partner, and I trust him, okay? I trust him to watch my back, we gonna clear the building real quick. And it's simple. Because he knows I got his back, and I got his, and he got mine. So, with that being said, but I would only do it if he felt comfortable. Me personally, you see this vest right here? I carry this bad boy everywhere I fucking go. But you can't tell. You can't tell if I have it on a black suit or a white suit. You can't tell. But this is a level 3. And it's stab proof. But again, you can get this at selfdefense.com. Alright? But on a real note though, your training is what will keep you alive. So if you feel like doing security, look into that shit, bro, because this ain't no joke. You gotta remember 2 things. Number 1, you're not a fucking cop. I will always say that. You're not a fucking cop. As long as you know the difference between a cop and a fucking security guard, and again, go to my YouTube page for that, which is the DO to the double G, okay? It'll show you the difference between a cop and a security guard, what the rights are, what the law states, and every state is different. I quote Illinois law. Now, if you have a comment, feel free to leave it. I'll look at it and I'll check it. I'm almost home, so I'm gonna end this shit with be safe. And your training, if your training officer is not training you into thinking as, you know, it's not being a cop, all right? Because we're, you know, if you really look at it, we're the last defense of terrorists. All right, real talk. And I'm out of beer, or drinks, until I get home. Then I got beer. But just so you know, and to clarify, I want you guys to know that what makes a good officer is trusting their gut and knowing the difference between right and wrong. Now, if he decides to fuck with me, oh, he gonna go places, I guarantee it. But until then, I'm the D to the O to the motherfucking double G. Holla at your boy. Look forward to your comments. Later.